Aquarius, welcome to SIKIKSYD. I am SIKIKSYD. I'm a professional astrologer, psychic shaman, medium, seer, mambo, witch, volleyball player. All information for the description box down below if you're interested in the process. So the description box down below. And this is reading for the future of Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Aquarius. You can have Aquarius anywhere in your astrological chart. You can be energetically connected to someone who has Aquarius in their astrological chart, or you just came across this reading and it resonates for you. Remember to come back to this reading to see if any of this has happened for you, because this is a prediction for the future. And this is a reading for Aquarius. Thank you so much for your kind comments, likes, subscriptions, gifts, readings, bookings, and referrals. Let's get into your reading, Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. Check your Uranus, or you have Aquarius in your astrological chart to see how you can resonate with this reading. And okay. Okay. So, your future, Aquarius, is solitariness, the desert, the number 13. So, many of you are going through basically like the ending to a new beginning, essentially. It's like you're right in between an ending that's happening and also like this new beginning that you're basically having for yourself, by yourself. And some of you are choosing to be with others of you are choosing to be by yourself. It's like you're in between that period of being alone. And that could be ending for you. A period of you being alone could be actually ending for you. And for some of you, a period of being alone could just be beginning for you, right? You're like, the big change is that now I'm alone. Now I'm by myself. Now, what's interesting is we're also talking about a lot of dryness, right? It's like you are air. You are, air. You are the most detached planet. Uranus is the most detached planet. So you could be in a period where you are very, in your element of maybe being a little bit more isolated or to yourself, more alone. For the future, the number 4 could be significant for you. If you're in a relationship or a marriage, the masculine energy is feeling like they need to be more responsible. For the feminine energy in the relationship, like they really need to take charge. Some of you guys could be becoming grandfathers or fathers. Some of you are getting married and becoming husbands. Others of you are becoming owners of businesses. Many of you are feeling like you are being a very good father if you are a father, or a very good business owner, or a very good husband if you are a husband, right? If you are, for many of you, like if you are single in your feminine energy, you will meet someone who is most likely older in a masculine energy that is, wanting commitment, relationship. There's a feeling of you saying, I want things my way, and getting things your way. being dead set on what it is that you want and getting what you want. With the Six of Wands here, having a victory. I do think that there's something very important here about history, because we're talking about the Sphinx, right? So it's like, I feel like, you know, being very well known for a very long period of time, like a lot of people knowing you, having a very good reputation here. You know, Emperor has good reputation, seen in the public eye, going, you know, maybe you work even in the entertainment industry, right? Maybe like rap, dance, act, or sing. You could be, some of you do sports. Others of you are astrologers. I see some of you guys could be going to astrologers. Others of you, it's like you're healing. I see many of you guys are healing from something. If you're single, I see you still being very hopeful regarding love. And if you're in a relationship or a marriage, I see it healing. And it's like a wish is coming true. There is some kind of wish coming true. I also feel like you and your significant other are falling in love with each other over and over and over again. And there's a lot of positivity. I also feel like you really enjoy what you do for work. Okay? And if you're in a relationship or a marriage, your significant other feels like you're everything that they want in a partner. You don't see that this is a very, like, you're going to be experiencing a very emotionally compatible connection, a relationship, or if you're in a relationship or a marriage, that it will feel very emotionally compatible. It will feel like it is one of a kind, right? Because unicorns don't come around very often. So it's like, oh my God, this is like my person. This is someone who's very special, someone who's very important with the Two of Cups. We have Jupiter and Leo, which could be Sagittarius, Pisces, Ophiuchus energy. We also have Aries, Scorpio energy. And Venus and Cancer can be Leo energy. Many of you feel like this is a connection that does not come around very often. This is like, you know, the minor arcana of the Empress. So many of you have a talent that makes you a lot of money. If you're feminine energy especially, for many of you also, like, if you're single, you could be, you know, fine being single. You're like, I'm not really interested in a relationship. If you're in a relationship or a marriage, then you're going on a vacation with your significant other. I'm also seeing you feeling very emotionally connected to your significant other. Feeling, for many of you, if you're feminine energy, you also like own a business that basically runs itself, right? Like you're very financially stable. Some of you could be connected to someone who's born into wealth and then multiplied off of that wealth, okay? I feel like that's gonna really surprise you how emotionally compatible you are with somebody. If you have like a business, it will be very victorious. I see it being very victorious. I see it being very popular and being very well known. A lot of people wanting to say that they know you. Now, what you don't see coming is illness is known, sickness is near. Fate has its own ending to fear. You lose your money. All's hopeless to you. And what is the saddest? Your courage fails too. So again, you have the Nine of Pentacles here, Venus in Virgo. You also have the number 8 here, Venus in Leo. So for many of you, you could be taking on more responsibility in the family because of a death. I also feel like there is an ending, right? We were talking about there's some kind of ending to a chapter in your life, and now you're having this new beginning. For many of you, it's, you know, you could be single, right? And so maybe you're no longer connected to other people, right? For others of you, it's like what's really important is to take good care of yourself, like good self-care. This is about, you know, making sure that you're doing all the things you need to be doing for your health, for your vitality, and also doing the things that make you happy, being connected to relationships and connections that bring you fulfillment and happiness, and also having a good and healthy relationship with yourself that brings you fulfillment and happiness. Okay. This is also about, there is, it's like everything that happens is happening because it's supposed to. So for some of you, if you lose finances, right? If you lose what you see in the physical, that doesn't mean that you should lose what you have emotionally, which is your bravery, which is your courage. It's saying, because, you know, the Nine of Pentacles, it's like having to do a lot of things sort of like on your own. Rather it's in business, rather it's for some of you if you're single and you're doing things, you know, by yourself. Like if you're a single parent, for some of you, it's about saying, like, remember to take good care of yourself. Even if there's a lot that you're doing by yourself. Like for some of you, this chapter could be coming to a close for you, doing things by yourself. Maybe you don't have to do things all by yourself. This can also be a chapter for you where you are having to do things by yourself, and maybe you're not used to doing that. And it's saying that the most important thing is be in the energy of where you start. So you are Aquarius, but your brother is Leo, okay? So even when we're talking about the energy of being like a star, right? Some of you guys are celebrities, are very well known. You have to be in the energy of Venus and Leo, the number 8. So even when you experience painful, right? It's the infinity sign. Even when you experience the painful, which is found in Scorpio, Pluto. Even when you experience the painful, there's an extremity to that. There's a whole other side to that that you will experience. You can experience greatness from that as well, which is karmically what happens in the situation. Venus and Leo is saying you got to love yourself and be in that type of energy, and then you'll attract that to you. And then when we're talking about the advancement of that to Aquarius, the progression of that to Aquarius, we are no longer talking about the happiness within yourself. We're no longer talking about you. In Aquarius, we're not talking about the collective. We are not talking about us. And that's where we also find a sense of empathy. That is also where we find a sense of community. And we are also able to recognize that it starts with you. Love yourself. Be in that vibration, and it will gravitate towards you. Okay? What you put out, you get back. And you are going through a change where something comes to an end in order for something better to rise. Okay? I also feel like this could be like an old identity, you know, being put to rest. If you're interested in the process, so there's a description box down below. Aquarius, this has been your reading. Amen and Bachelor.